14 months after this interview, Yossi Beilin appeared before the Wilson Center in Washington, D.C., where U.S. State Department veteran Aaron David Miller clung to the same failed policy.
Peace process, Israeli-Palestinian negotiations. My own view right now is that the two-state solution is too hard to implement and yet too important to abandon, which puts us in a very awkward position.
I was very pleasantly surprised by Yossi Beilin's response.
Well, I must admit that I'm toying with something which has been hovering in the air for many years, and which in the past I did not attribute too much importance to it. And this is the idea of an Israeli-Palestinian confederation. I think that if there is such a confederation, then the idea of the two states will not be so, I would say, black and white. In 1999, we went to the elections when Barak was elected on the slogans, "We are here and they are there." And I must admit, I hated the slogan. I hated the slogan. I mean, this was not my idea. I mean, I was part of it by not revolting against it. And you know, people said, okay, if what you want is divorce, it is better. I mean, people accepted our slogans. I believe that we were wrong, because this was not exactly ourselves. And I think that the idea of a confederation can really solve the problem. We are speaking about I'm speaking about two totally sovereign states, independent states, two members of the UN and members of all the other organizations in the world. Now, in such a situation, one of the results might be that all those settlers who want to stay in their settlements will not be evacuated. For an Israeli prime minister, this is a key, because the biggest fear of the Israeli prime minister, from the right and from the left, when they speak about the two-state solution, is the moment in which they will have to evacuate hundreds of thousands of settlers from their places. Second generation, third generation. If you say to them, dear settlers, next Wednesday in the afternoon, 5 o'clock, we leave the West Bank, and we suggest to you very nice compensation. You want to leave? Be our guest. You don't want to leave? Remain there. It is much more reasonable to allow them to live there in a kind of a common confederation rather than if it is two different states. And you can, in an easier way, deal with another very problematic issue, which is security. If it is a confederation, the confederation might have also joint security forces, and not just a situation whereby one state has to host security forces of another state and whatever. It is possible to create a confederation, rather than to say, peace is divorce and that's it. You will be there in your ghetto, we will be here in our ghetto, and we will never meet. It's idiotic. So my new idea, my new baby, is the confederation.